Do you do that stuff in the military, or is it, this was when you were in the fire?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
I am asking you all these probing questions so that when I brag to people about you, they're telling the truth.
No, in the military, just instructor for one area. I hope not done anytime soon.
All right, we're going to call the meeting to order. Good evening and welcome to the July 22nd meeting of the Woodbury City Council. If you can, please rise for a pledge followed by a moment of silence.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. This is a regular public meeting of the City Council, City of Woodbury. You notice that this meeting was provided to the newspaper and public by posting a publication of Resolution Number 26-03, adopted at the 2026 realization meeting on January 6, 2026. Also, notice of the public meeting was provided to the newspaper and posted on the city webpage for the public. Roll call. Councilwoman Carter, absent. Vacant. Councilwoman Garlick.
Here.
Councilwoman Harwell.
Here.
Councilman Johnson, absent. Councilman Lang.
Here.
Councilwoman Miller. Here. Councilperson Miller.
Here.
Council President Farino.
Here.
Mayor Mel.
Here. Okay, as council had a chance to review the minutes from April 22nd, 2026 and May 27th, 2026.
And
Yes.
324.
And June, next page, June 24th, 2026. And if so, I'll take a motion to accept the minutes. I got a motion, do I have a second? Second, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. All right, we're open to the public for agenda item only. We're going to, is there a second?
Second.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. We're now open to the public for agenda items only.
Seeing no one, I move to close.
Second.
Motion, second, any question on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed, the ayes have it. Ordinances.
Council President, I have ordinance number 2459-26 and 2460-26 on second reading.
Bond ordinance number 2459-26, bond ordinance authorizing the completion of various capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment in and for the city of Woodbury, County of Boston, New Jersey, appropriating the sum of $1,550,000, therefore of authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds or bond anticipation notes to the city of Woodbury, County of Boston, New Jersey, aggregate principal amount of up to $494,000, making certain determinations and covenants and authorizing certain related actions in the connection with the foregoing. Ordinance number 2460-26, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2456-26, the city council of the city of Woodbury opting into the Garden State CPH program to facilitate the financing of CPH projects.
Council President, I would like to move to open to the public for ordinance numbers 2459-26 and 2460-26.
Okay, I have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. We're now open to public.
Seeing no one, I move to close.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it.
Council President, I would like to move to adopt ordinances number 2459-26 and 2460-26.
That's a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Roll
Oh,
call.
roll call, please, yeah.
Councilwoman Carter, absent. Vacant. Councilwoman Garlick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson, absent. Councilman Lang.
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller.
Yes.
Councilperson Miller.
Yes.
Council President Farino.
Yes. Next up's the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda, resolutions number 26-124 through 26-137?
So moved.
Got a motion,
Second.
do I have a second? Second that. Frank, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Roll call.
Councilwoman Carter, absent, vacant. Councilwoman Garland.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson, absent. Councilman Lang.
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller.
Council President, I will be abstaining from resolution 26-136, and the remaining resolutions, I vote yes.
Okay, thank you.
Councilperson Miller.
Yes.
Council President Farino.
Yes. I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda, number 26-24 through 2637.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We're on the bills and vouchers.
We did all of them. All right, I didn't realize we did them all together. A little slow with that, sorry about that. Busy day. All right, approvals of bills and vouchers, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any questions? Hearing none. Roll call, right?
Yes.
Roll.
Councilwoman Carter,
Go ahead,
absent,
Al. One moment.
vacant. Councilwoman Garland.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson, absent. Councilman Lang.
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller.
Yes.
Councilperson Miller.
Yes.
Council President Farino.
Yes. Okay, and now we're on to, I have here,
On to reports.
first of all, I have the new business.
Copy to,
My agenda's reading different.
this is a typo. Yes.
It's a typo.
Yes, we're on to reports.
Okay, reports.
Mr. Council President,
Council has any reports?
I just, did have an opportunity to go to the farmer's market, and it's a success as usual. And also went to the 1-year anniversary for Mi Cafecina, and, Penny Pack was there, Tom Bianco, so we were able to have a chance to, congratulate them on their 1-year anniversary.
Very good.
I also was at Mi Cafecito just before you got there. I think I saw you show up right as we were driving off, along with Danielle Carter was also there. And I did want to commend South Jersey Artist Collective and Woodbury Heart and Soul for their Pride event and grand opening for the Artist Collective. I was talking to their executive director, Lauren Dan, who stopped in here last council meeting. They've had thousands of people through the door already, and they've got another show going on right now. Really like the work they've been doing, and it's been fun to have that kind of energy and event right near my house. So that's been nice. And I also got a couple sneak peeks of the new mural we're getting from Devon, and it is looking really good. Very excited to see that get up there. And then last thing I just wanted to say, Heart and Soul had a cleanup this last Sunday. It was supposed to be Saturday, but with the weather got moved to Sunday. It was right here out in front of Broad Street, and it was honestly not that much to clean up. It was a lot cleaner than past cleanups that there have been, and I think a big part of that is our public works. So want to thank them for that, and wanted to pass along a couple of notes from people who stopped me on the street while we were doing that. Main thing was people were excited that there's been less trash on the street, and we did have some questions about if we were doing anything with any of the little grass patches. I know one of the business owners mentioned they'd had people tripping in front of their place, so just wanted to bring that up in case people wanted to look into that. And that's all I have.
Okay, John, we can look into that, right? Grass patches. Consider it done.
I just wanted to say, the day after our last council meeting, I attended the Clean Communities, Healthy Communities, Healthy Families, Juneteenth bingo. So I'm always happy to see how different people celebrate Juneteenth. And this was kind of a fun, fresh breath of air. And I kept winning, but I gave away all the prizes, so other people were happy that I was so lucky. So, and that's all I have to report.
That's all you have, all right. Thank you.
Oh, there is one thing I did miss about new business, and John and Joe and I believe Danielle, we all got an email from a young lady in the last name of Love who wanted to see about her mother getting a street.
Oh, yeah.
name.
Jackie Love?
Yeah, we're looking into that, we'll have something for that very soon. Yeah, her mother and my wife went all through school together.
I remember she was the grand marshal of the parade a few years ago, but, I just wanted to let her, the community, know that somebody is looking into it.
And I emailed her, that we're,
Did you?
yeah, that will be, as soon as we have, something for her, it'll reach back out to her.
Okay, and if you don't mind, could you please copy me on future email? Okay, thanks, Mrs. Watson.
Anyone else? Only thing I have to say is probably I don't want to steal your thunder, so I imagine you have a lot of stuff to talk about. But in economic development, it seems like we're moving pretty good. I'll let you get into the details if you'd like, Mayor. We got a lot of potential businesses coming because of the train. I think, John, you've been on the phone a lot lately. It seems like a lot of developers are interested in changing the town, which is a good thing, which we figured was going to happen, so.
Another area that we're aspiring to or looking around is going to be,
Yes, they are heading in the right direction, so that's a good thing, good sign. And I believe we have a meeting with the assemblyman and the county to go over the bridge.
yeah, in a few weeks, we're going to, and the DOT, the DOT goes down also.
And that's even better. And one thing I have to say, it's a little personal, from my Ward 3, we have a train that runs behind Logan, Prince. The train seems to stop right behind the houses. And I did reach out to Conrail. Conrail's separate government. You can't deal with it, it's federal. So I called Conrail and I said, look, there's tornado warnings, there's all kinds of storms, and we have residents calling me that right behind their houses, there's flammable and toxic stuff in those cars. And they have a spot they can park, because the last time I called, they said they could park in West Effort. There's farmland in West Effort. It's vacant out there. They didn't. I subsequently reached out because this is like the 4th time I called. I called Congressman Norcross, and we're having a meeting. I'm actually setting up a meeting with the head of Conrail, Norcross, to talk about, the trains that are coming through with the stuff and where they can park and stay away from the residential areas. So I'll update you as soon as that happens. But they reached out to me today and we're getting dates together. That's all I got. Mayor, take it away.
All right, I'll jump right into the fun here. Additional cart information. For single-family dwellings, residents who need additional trash carts may request request them from the city, additional trash, recycling, and yard debris. We're going to have residents can request up to 2 additional carts for trash, 2 additional recycling, 2 additional yard. Right now we have a current 15-year lease. The fee for each cart would be $72. And
Can I interrupt on that? Because I did a little research. In order to buy one of those cans at Home Depot or Lowe's, it's $110 on sale, all the way up to $260. So the cost is $72. We say keep it at $72. And you're getting a 15-year lease, which means should the can be destroyed or something happens, the city will come out and fix the can or replace the can. So it's technically a good thing for 15 years. And you can keep it. Now, John, my understanding is you can keep it for 100 years if it lasts 100 years. But if you want another one after 15 years, then it'll be whatever the cost will be after, because everything goes up, whatever our cost will be, that's what your cost will be.
And being that it is a lease, it will remain the property of the city of Woodbury. So if you sell your home, you cannot take the cans with you. It will be part of the CO list on sales. So you should have the cards that we were originally given to you, and then if you want, I guess we're going to return the additional ones. And it's all part of the CO. So all this information is going to be put out online, possibly tomorrow, Cassie?
Yeah.
Put it up on the news.
Okay, or right after this meeting, and Monday, we should start being able to roll this out and accept payments.
Yes.
And it'll be online right after this meeting, right?
Yes,
So
great.
it'll be up online for all the residents to view right after this meeting. I will tell you this, just a little tidbit I had 2 new brew cans I brought, the expensive trash cans that cost like $80. That cleaned it out, put it on Marketplace and got some money for them, so I got rid of my cans that way. It's a good thing for residents. If you have cans, there's people always looking to buy cans on the cheap, so if we can't use them, give them to somebody else. Oh, and another issue was brought up last council meeting that Deptford, still picks up the trash. Deptford does do that, because they have the one-armed bandit for recyclables only. They're still contracted to do the trash pickup normally, and after I talked to the mayor, he said he'd be interested because we have the one-armed bandits and maybe doing a deal with shared services.
All right. Okay, the DOT meeting that we were supposed to have about the bridge was canceled due to the rain. Makeup date is the end of August, so we can expect a September update on that. Touch on what Joe was talking about, the mural is a few weeks away from being completed and installed. The art itself may be done this week. Public Works will hang the piece thereafter. John, Sam, and myself, we met with the owner of the old country club property, who's looking to proceed essentially with what phase 2 used to be, with a few new changes. There's going to be an Alzheimer's facility, an assisted living facility on the Cooper Street side, and then secondary entrances on Evergreen and Golf Drive would serve an over 55 housing community with roughly 50 to 60 single family homes. The early plans do look sharp. This will be something we want to push across the finish line, as it was Councilman Fleming's last efforts before he stepped down. We have coming hometown hero banners. These banners are to honor our vets. I want to thank Liz for reaching out and helping us get the remaining MDP money. Will go out and get us 25 free banners. These will hang along Broad Street. We're going to set up a committee, talk about the details and how this will operate, and I would like to have this complete and up before Veterans Day. The hospital overpass, it's coming down, unfortunately. We tried as what we could to have them keep it. It wasn't structurally sound. So if it's not safe, it's got to come down, and it's coming down.
It is gone. I just walked by.
Good, it's down. All right.
Hospital.
We are still back and forth with signing the agreement of ownership after the demo is all done. We're getting close. We'll update you when we do so. We are progressing with our lighting bids for a youth practice football field. Looks like we'll have a bid accepted shortly at the grant number we were awarded for the project, which was roughly $75,000. Work on the Little League fields remains hung up. As listed in the engineer's report, there'll be more soil testing done in the first week of August. This is very disappointing. I've been talking about this project since I was a councilman, and here we are, I'm closing out soon my second term as mayor, and the only shovel I've seen in the ground is the government testing some soil that we've been playing baseball on for 75 years. So these kind of government agencies, this is why people have their problems with it, the lack of production, and just the hemming and hawing over dirt, guys. We're talking about dirt. Hopefully you can get past soon, and we can start working on getting the irrigation done, we're not even digging. We're putting in some warning tracks and replacing some dirt, some sod. I mean, it's very disappointing, but we're getting closer. All right, while I'm in my complaining mode here, let me thank Liz, Public Works, Fire, Police for all your hard work and adaptability for the fireworks this year. It was a brilliant move to shoot them off before the rain came. It worked out perfectly, so good work there. Now, however, last year during our parade, we had 2 masked punks drive their motorcycles through the parade, and luckily they didn't kill anybody. Fast forward to our 4th of July celebration, and we had groups of people disrespecting our city employees, then flash mobbing themselves into a brawl, and this is exactly how people will get killed. And I'll tell you right now, it's not the city's responsibility to raise your kids. It's not the city's responsibility to teach them right and wrong. Those are household lessons above all else. And if this nonsense continues, then you can quote me now, I'll shut them all down. We just won't do any events. That's unfortunate. The city's never gonna get a good name if every time we have a public event, this nonsense happens. We all have to do better. It starts with all of us, it starts with our households. We have to do better. Enough is enough, because I'll shut it all down. We won't do the car show, the parade, the tree lighting, everything. We won't do it. So pass it along. I'm threatening shutting it down because it's just enough. We want Woodbury to have a good name, and this nonsense continues to happen. And someone's gonna get hurt. Someone's going to get hurt. And I'll be damned if someone gets killed and that's the next story in the news about Woodbury. Finally, I'll close on, if you guys have any problems or issues and you want to know the truth, you want to see some action, my email's out there. I do not hide my personal phone number. That's out there too. So please give us a call. We'll tell you the truth. We'll get it done. This is what we do. Or you can go to the internet for the hearsay. You can do that if you please. But we're here. We're elected to serve you. So please use us. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of the summer.
All right, thanks, Mayor. John Leach, your help, thanks. What do you got? No? Oh, wow, that's shocked, speechless. Cassie?
Thank you, Council President. Just want to remind everyone that with our summer schedule, the August meeting is the second Wednesday in August. It is not the 4th, so the next council meeting is going to be Wednesday, August 12th. And that is all I have to report on.
Wow, that's fast too. John, I have one thing to ask you. You were talking about Canoe Brook. Where are we at with them? What are they doing?
Canoe Brook, they're gonna be in, not next week, the following week, they are going to, be sitting down with our engineer, just going over the site plan, and then, they go through there, as long as there's nothing earth shattering, which they've been working on it the whole way through anyway, they should be ready to apply to the planning board for their, I would imagine that their final approval for everything.
All right, so this is
Yeah, for their
it's
site.
moving now.
Oh, yeah, she's back at it pretty much full throttle, yeah, thank God.
Thanks, I figured I'd get that out. All right, Chief, what do you got? What's going on in Woodbury?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just what the mayor was talking about, I want to thank Liz, does tons of work for the fireworks and you know, organizes a lot. You know, the Public Works, Fire Department, and it was tough that night. And there's been a lot, everyone's heard in the, you know, online, there's been other areas that have these large carnivals, all these that get shut down. Ours where we had a little skirmish that we were able to respond to immediately, and that's because of our, you know, our officers are amazing. So we do as best as we can. We've been doing it for a very long time, but you can easily be outnumbered if there's 30 kids who are all as big as me. So it's tough, and it's, you know, it's supposed to be a family event. So we'll continue to do our very best, and I appreciate the support that the mayor and council always give us. And then also, it happens to be here, our OEM team, thank them for everything they did, and for, I don't know if it's solely his decision, but really saw the clouds in the sky and said, let's get this moving. So, you know, Detective Volk's back here, I thank them because it worked out perfectly. That everyone got to enjoy the show, and hopefully didn't get rained on too much. The only two other things, we just had the Junior Police Academy. It's always a really cool, great event. The kids just, it's always interesting, like kids from all over the city come and participate, and it's very unique, it's diverse, and it's something that, you know, they get an inside peek. And we get our, Corporal Alki helped out, but SRO Youngblood did tons of work. And if anyone's ever met Matt, who's our full-time school resource officer, extremely passionate with the kids. He regards them as his kids, and he gets, you know, really good training for all these youngsters from, of course, state police, SWAT units, the FBI, all these type of things come to Woodbury, to our high school, to kind of helicopters, all the stuff that week, our canines. So the kids get a lot out of it. I'm lucky enough I get to participate in the graduation. So that was really cool. Forgive me, I don't know. It's probably around our 8th year doing it. And lastly, we are hiring. So you might have seen something online. It's a great job. It's a great something where I couldn't have been luckier to wind up here. You get to do everything, and you get to have the the unique ability to somehow like change someone's life on a daily basis. It's a long job, but there's a lot of things that can be rewarding. So again, we're hiring, and we would love to have you. And if anyone knows anyone, we always would love to have homegrown talent. So if you know any young people from Woodbury, please tell them to apply. Thank you.
One question.
Sir.
School's out, but school will be in September, and like I said, just to remind the officer when it comes back in session, that Logan stop sign, they're complaining about it. Apparently, people are blowing through Logan when the kids are walking, so if you could, it'd be nice to have somebody there when school starts. The morning and day, just a reminder, because it's going to, September will be on.
Why don't we make it one way?
Yeah, one or the other.
That's mayor and council's call, but we can do that. We can do that. We can be there.
Get the traffic out there,
Yeah, we'll meet with you and see what.
Yeah, of course.
If you have any recommendations to sort of
Yes.
monitor this, because it seems like I'm more worried about the kids. I get complaints from the parents saying that.
No, it's understandable, and the school's growing, so yeah.
Yeah, all right, so just want to put it on your radar.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. All right, last but not least, Brad, do you have anything for us tonight? Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just a few updates today. So, Devon Downs is doing an incredible job on the Broad Street mural, and they're anticipating to have that fully installed and completed by August 9th, which is pretty exciting. So we're, two weeks and change into that. So next week, likely I, myself, or someone else will reach out to y'all to try to collect your availability, so we can do some kind of unveiling maybe mid-August, just to kind of officially crown the new mural. I think it's gonna look really incredible, better than what's there today. So we have that exciting thing coming down the pike. Also for our website. So crazy to think we've already gone 3 years. We're doing a website refresh now. It was part of our original contract, so there's no fees or anything like that. But with that said, the one caveat is that the DOJ is continuing to increase their requirements for ADA compliance. So next month, I'm gonna come before you again just to talk about some things that we're gonna have to do to our website, which will cost a little bit more money on the ADA compliance side. It's not due until 2028, but I'd much rather be prepared and be in compliance anyways, because it's the right thing to do. So we'll talk about that next month, but just wanted to give you a heads up that we're gonna continue to replenish, refresh, and make the website our source of truth for the city as it is. So, thank you guys for all you do.
All right, Brad. Now, last but not least, Liz, sorry about that. Didn't see, you were there and I didn't see you there.
I'm hiding in the back.
Hi.
All right, good evening. Let's get some updates on events. Despite the issue we had at the fireworks, we had great food vendors, a couple new ones this year that are really looking forward to doing the car show. We had some great music, face painting, and I've heard nothing about anything bad about our fireworks, except it was an amazing fireworks display this year. We put out some extra time, some extra finances to put some extra fireworks out, and red, white, and blue was the whole beginning with some kind of whistle that had us going. Woodbury Steelers hosted former NFL players Fran Brown, who's the current head coach for Syracuse University football, and Anthony Averitt, a former Woodbury student and recruiting assistant now for Fran Brown at Syracuse, on July 12th for a community event. They had backpack giveaways, free books, free food, drinks, music, inflatables. They had a beautiful day for their event. They were received well by the Woodbury community, and they look forward to working with us again for other events down the road. The Hispanic Family Center is hosting a family community event tomorrow behind City Hall. It's the parking lot where Phil Abundance is in the shed. That parking lot will be shut down as of 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for their setup. There will be free food, drinks, arts and crafts, inflatables, music, and all are invited to attend. Reminder, the car show date's been moved to October 3rd to coincide with our fall parade and the Road Runners 5K run. As the mayor said, we are working on getting Hometown Hero banners as well as a new Broad Street banner that will be a one-and-done banner that's interchangeable for all our events moving forward. So we won't have multiple banners, it'll be one that can be changed for every event moving forward. Art in the Street, going great. With this unexpected weather, Dr. Adams from Walnut Street School has generously offered us the Walnut School EPR for the remainder of the sessions, so we can keep the kids inside safe from all the weather. Our art festival is August 10th, 5 p.m. at 2-3. That's all I got for you.
I'm sorry, Liz.
Good job, Liz. All right, good job.
Liz, I'm sorry. What was the time for the event tomorrow, you said?
It starts from 1 to 3. They'll be setting up after 8 a.m. They've got inflatables, music, arts and crafts, and they said everybody's invited to come. It's a big community event.
Oh, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, we're done reports. Unfinished business, there is none. New business. We do have correspondence from the city clerk regarding submitted council vacancy nominees for consideration, so.
Thank you, Council President. On Wednesday, July 8th, I received the following email correspondence from the Democratic Party Chair, Chuck Rose. Dear Ms. Swanson, this letter is to inform you that the Woodbury Democratic Committee has met and provided the 3 candidates for the City Council to consider in filling the vacancy created by the departure of William H. Fleming. The 3 names are Raymond Angelini, Charles Thomas, and Avery Garlick. These names are submitted to your office promptly for inclusion in the council review and deliberation process.
Okay. At this time, does any council person wish to nominate one of the 3 candidates to fill the vacant Ward 2's council seat?
Council President, I nominate Raymond Angelini to fill the vacant Ward 2 council seat.
Okay, is there a second? Second. Okay. Passes. Roll call that we do here.
Are there any other nominations?
Yeah, is there any other nominations for the vacant seat? Any discussion? None? Everybody good? Okay, pass it now.
Councilwoman Carter, absent. Vacant. Councilwoman Garlick.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson, absent. Councilman Lang.
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller.
Yes.
Councilperson Miller.
Yes.
Council President Trino.
Yes. Congratulations, Supervisors in the crowd. We look forward to working with you. We will swear you in between now and the next council meeting, and you'll be seated with us next meeting.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we got open to the public.
Before we go to that, can we pay the vouchers?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that. This agenda's messed up tonight. Open the, I'm going
We already
back
paid
and
the
forth.
vouchers.
Is there a motion to pay the vouchers?
You already did that.
We're
We're just calling to open to the public.
That's, I am right, we're open to the public. There you go, no, not. Motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none. Before we open to the public, there's a few changes. Last council meeting, I was told I'm letting people go longer and they should speak, so what we did was we put a 5-minute clock up. When you come up, you'll ask your question. After your question's asked, I'll stop the clock. If there's a question that needs to be rebutted, it'll be rebutted, and then I'll start the clock again when you're ready to speak. So everybody will get their fair share of the 5 minutes. There'll be no ifs, ands, or buts with that. You'll see it, it's right there. So I got a second, no questions, all in favor? Opposed, the ayes have it. We're now open to the public for non-agenda items.
Okay, Charles Hughes, 31 North Child Street. First thing I want to announce, it's not a question. I've been involved with Troop 7, which used to be at the Lutheran Church, St. Stephen's, and we moved to the Child Development Center about 5 years ago, and we've been there for about 5 years, and we're moving the charter again to Central Baptist Church, and we'll start our first meetings next week. And we're hoping that we'll be able to get parents to be adult leaders from that church, and also to recruit more to build up the troop. So that's that. Now, the second thing I want to say is, you've heard me say that I've been putting in open requests, and Cassidy's been very patient to get to me all the information related to the downtown redevelopment project. And I went over it all very carefully, and I did an analysis, and I was looking at how much it costs, how much it's going to cost for each of the 600 odd people that are going to live there, versus how much money is coming in looking at the pilot grant. And also, I estimated that there'd be 10 kids, 10 minors who might have to be educated. And it costs $29,000 a year for each student in the Woodbury School District. So if you had 10 students, that would be $290,000 that would have to come out of somewhere. Now, the pilot payment for the first year is $338,000. So that would just about cover the expense for the 10 students. But the real thing is, I estimated how much is the per capita expense to run the city of Woodbury. I took $20 million, which is our budget. I divided it by 10,000 people, and that came out to be $2,000 a head. $2,000 a head. So it costs less per person to run the city for them than it does for the school thing. But if you had 615 residents, that's based on information in their submittals, we're going to be short $1.18 million that first year. And we're either going to have to raise the taxes to cover that, or we're going to have to get a bond. And I thought, and I'm willing to discuss this. I didn't post this yet. I want to send it to you guys. You guys chew on this, because there may be some assumptions about these numbers that I'm not aware of. So I'll send it to everybody here first, and then you get a chance to look at it. Then I'll put it on Facebook to let everybody look at this. But I'm looking out for my tax dollars. Thank you.
All right, John, the pilot, we don't pay to the school for the pilot, right?
No.
That's-
We could, I mean, that's not all part of that.
Okay. I don't know if the pilot, yeah.
No, but I'm saying
No, I get what you're saying.
that's supposed to, the pilot is supposed to cover our
Us,
expenses.
yes.
And I'm saying it's gonna come up 1.18
Sure.
short.
I got
And
what you're saying.
if you don't include the, school, the school expenses, it'll still be close to $1 million a year. And then as the years go by and the pilot amount increases, if everything else is the same, then it'll cover more of it.
I get exactly,
But I don't believe that 5 years from now, the city budget's gonna be $20 million. It's probably gonna be more because of everything, so.
Okay. Hey, Cass, this isn't a raise, oh yeah, it's back to 5, okay.
Gina Jordan, 449 Eastport Revenue. I want to say thank you first for taking my recommendation on doing the Hometown Hero banner, so thank you very much for doing that. I have another recommendation that maybe we could do. The water testing, I was told, Liz, was very helpful last week, that the water is tested monthly, and I had to ask her for it. She was nice enough to send it to me from last month for June. But she sent me something because she thought it was on the website, but it was just everything from 2025 that we get in that pamphlet. I don't know if there's a way that we can put the water testing on the website so people don't have to ask Liz for it every single month. Maybe we could just have it up on the website so it's there, people can just see it, what's going on with our water, especially with everything that has been going on. I myself have been getting rashes from the water, so I'm not really sure what's going on. So that's just one thing I wanted to put out there. I didn't ask this earlier, but resolution 26133, Triad Associates, how much are we paying them for their services? Or is that, do we not have a number? Because it's not in the pamphlet, so I was just wondering.
You want me to answer that?
Please, fine, thank you.
So, just for that particular agreement,
You're gonna
they're
stop for
basically
time?
covering if anybody wants to apply for RCA funds to do a project on their home, we're using Triad to do the administrative fee for that.
Yeah.
So that fee is $4,800. So initially, when they came to us, it was about $15,000 per project, and that was about 32% of our cost, which are not gonna replenish the funds when they go back into, our trust once the homeownership changes hands. So what I did was reevaluate, and we increased the total value of each project to $25,000, which is more in alignment of like kind of an 80-20 split, which you'll see for professional services, and then the actual value that you're getting from the project. So now it's about 19.2%, if I remember correctly. So $4,800 per project. Now we're gonna do less projects, but we'll get more replenishment as homeownership changes hands. On top of that, we're also looking at different ways that we can continue to replenish that fund so that we have more funds available in the future as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And then the other thing, Cassie was nice enough to help me with this with FOIA requests, OPA requests. But I have a question, because I've been going through the code book. I'm trying to learn everything that's going on in the city. So in the code book, Article 5, Section 3-21, it states that the council and mayor are supposed to appoint the city administrator per 1-year term. So it sounds like every year, the city administrator is supposed to be reappointed by resolution. And he was, the resolution, last resolution that was done was Resolution 22-168, which was in 2022. So am I wrong on reading on how the code works? Or?
I would have to refer that to the solicitor, because since I've been here and living in this town, there was only one appointment, and they never did it every year. And I've been.
Well, I'm just saying that's what the code book
that's
states, it's a 1-year appointment,
He's here.
so it's supposed to be reappointed every year.
Take it away.
No, your question has been brought to my attention, and what you are reading is correct. I don't agree that it should be in the code book, because it's superseded by our New Jersey state statute, even for our city form of government, that once a administrator is appointed, they serve at the pleasure of the governing body and can only be removed by a 2/3 vote. So the necessity is not required to appoint them. They're appointed until they're removed. My recommendation is to council, since you brought it up, is that we remove it and properly reflect the statute that says how they are appointed.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, it's old.
It is old. It was there before I came here as well.
Okay. Well, I know, like, before he was appointed, there was nobody in the city administrator position, and every single year, you guys were reappointing the, whatever you wanna call
Yeah,
it.
no, that's not. And actually, I mean, if I could just interject real fast, because I heard about this also. It does say that the administrator will be appointed for a year, but it doesn't say that it has to occur yearly. And I mean, and technically, we're all employees here, so even anybody being appointed for what we.
Well, it says 1-year term, so
No,
it's a 1-year
It said,
term.
I think if you read it, it says they'll be appointed for 1 year.
Appointed for 1-year term.
Yeah, 1-year term.
So after 1 year, you should be reappointed.
Or maybe it's reading that you have to be appointed for one year term, like they could appoint somebody and then 6 months later appoint somebody else. It has to be, for 1 year, but it doesn't have to.
I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to say,
Yeah.
like, anything, like, you've done a bad job, you've been very helpful, I'm just saying,
No.
per the code book, I'm just trying to learn how the city is ran, and per the code book, it sounds like it's supposed to be a 1-year term and reappointment every year. So, I mean, you're reappointed for the planning zone board every single year, so then that's how it's stated in the book as well.
We're actually, it should be, we're employees and it should be called an assignment. We're not appointed, because like, if they decide, if they don't want, I'm an employee, if they don't want me here, they can, they're gonna have to either fire me for cause or whatever, but you can't, if you're appointed, like one of our, like, the solicitor's appointed for 1 year, he has a 1-year contract. I'm an employee, I don't have a contract, I'm an employee here, like anybody else is employed anywhere else.
Okay, and then my other thing is, John, I got your email today,
Yeah.
back, glad you're back on vacation. when you said that you had the guys go down my alley
Mhm.
to mow, did they check the grading to see why the water's flowing into the neighbors?
You know, I've read that email, and I'm glad that you answered that question. I was gonna send you another email, because they're gonna let that dry out a little bit, and then they're gonna haul some stuff back there. But I guess if they put stuff in there and it's muddy, it just sinks. They're gonna let it dry out and then put the fill in there, and it'll last longer.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
No, it's okay, I got your email today, so I was just, and I don't know if it was one of them that was clean, but I got a hole in my fence after they went through, so I'm not sure what happened, but we fixed it.
I was gonna say, if you called Liz, they would've went out there and looked at it and took
We
care of it.
fixed it, but,
Oh,
yeah.
Michael and them guys, if they did, I apologize.
It's okay.
Yep, no worries.
Okay,
Thank
great,
you.
thanks.
All right, okay, clear. Reset.
Name is Tony Alberio, 522 Delaware Street. I have 3 items I'd like to talk about very fast. The first one is, when I used to work for the Philadelphia Housing Authority, we had the same problem with the bad taste of water in Pasco Homes and Germantown Avenue, Germantown Homes way up there. And the reason was because they were at the end of the line. The result was that periodically, the city just forgot to flush the darn fire hydrants. My suggestion, I think you probably have the same exact problem here, because the ones I hear all the time is up in North Woodbury. That's the end of the line, okay? So maybe somebody's got to tap whoever is involved there and say, hey, put that in your cycle, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing I want to tell you is, I also looked at Charles' numbers. And in the absence of having an analysis done by the city, I have to say that his numbers are right on top. They might be a little bit conservative, because I think they're probably going to have more kids to educate than 10. But be what it may, the answer to that is going to be tax. And I'm telling you, I don't like taxes, and I don't think anybody else likes it either. So, I'm thinking, what can we do? The answer is something that was right in front of our eyes, and we didn't see it because we're going to be nice to everybody, and we do not look at it the way we're supposed to do with a commercial mind, with a mind to look at the dollars and cents. And what I'm talking about is the last development that was presented here by a gentleman in the old police station. We lost an opportunity there, because we could actually have both that development and take care of the FAP. I love the FAP. I don't want to see the FAP go. But I don't want the FAP to be a problem for the city. And that is exactly what is happening here. Okay? So I'm asking you to think about it again, resurrect, call that guy back and say, let's see if we can solve the problem by taking care of both the FAP and the development. We looked at it carefully. There is room there for both. You just have to use your head and do it right. Thank you.
How you doing, Mayor and Council? My name's Kevin McGowan. I'm the owner, landlord at 154 Franklin Street. Initially, I came to complain about the trash. I haven't been to a meeting yet. So I just wanted to come up and say thank you for taking care of it before the 90 days. We've been seeing a lot of issues. I've gotten letters in the mail. I'm not there every day. I've been there the past 3 weeks cleaning up trash on my property and all down the street. So I think it's great that we're going to be able to get more cans. I did have a question. The cans, I know you said they're going to be available to request. Do we have them here where we're going to be able to get them dropped off, or is there going to be another waiting period?
That's the man, he's gonna answer your question.
Yep, we have inventory, yep.
Okay, awesome. So thank you very much.
It will be, because there'll be probably, several people asking at one time. It'll be within 7 business days, but more than likely sooner than that. It's just depending on the day and making sure Public Works has the availability to drop them off to everyone once their, the card code is associated with the house.
Okay,
How
awesome.
many did we get in so far? Requests?
I think we got somewhere around, I think, 40 or something like that.
Okay. It is a duplex that I own, so it wasn't working out, one trash can for 2 families.
Yeah, like I wrote down your address, we'll get out there tomorrow, we'll make it a priority. for sure.
Awesome.
But thank you for your patience, I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, John.
Good evening, my name is Joseph Sams, I am the first ward candidate for the Republican ticket. Just want to introduce myself on that aspect of it. Mrs. Miller, I look forward to running against you. Fun time. A little bit about myself, I am a disabled veteran. I have spent 26 years in the fire service, 20 years in EMS. I hold certifications for OEM and stuff like that. I'm a fire instructor and fire inspector licensed, and I am currently employed by the government to train deploying airmen. What that brings it into is, now I want to bring that focus now towards our residents. So I know Facebook, people talk all day long, it's usually the same amount of people, whatever. I did the breakdown of this water situation going on because I live 1117 Tatum Street, north end of Woodbury. And we've had issues now with water ourselves. So it's St. Lars stuff brown, it's our cats are refusing to drink the water, but now we've had to replace it with spring water. It is what it is. However, the city bills us for 5,000 gallons of water being used. If you break that down, run your water was 10 minutes a day was the city's thing to cure it at that point. That's about 20 gallons of water. A shower is about 15 gallons of water. So a household with 2 people is already hitting that 55 gallons of water per day for your 5,000 gallons per quarter max. So we're getting billed because there's issues going on with the water, that we have to run the water. That I believe someone said it was from Inspira, Inspira from the construction going on there. If that's the case, was there backflow preventers put on the hydrants when they were using the hydrants to prevent all this?
All of our hydrants, all the water system is to what's required by the DEP. Our water is tested every single day. Every single day our water is tested.
Yeah, I
And this was
understand
a plume, I mean, this was a plume, and we're speculating that it was something from the hospital. We had an outside consultant helping us with it. They're not sure if maybe when the hospital disconnected their regular water services into the hospital, they had a few different ones going into there. If maybe that had something to do with it, that maybe flows changed a little bit right in that area and created some sort of a plume in the system. But we have forever we have a hydrant flushing schedule that we adhere to, and we're well aware of end of the lines, and usually they get flushed a little more often. It's obviously something that occurred. It wasn't through anybody didn't do what they're supposed to do. The DEP has been down. The water system is commingled. We have wells up by the Red Bank Avenue by the football fields. We have wells on Railroad Avenue. We have wells down in Sewell. We have 3,500 plus meters here in the city that we service. We also provide water for parts of Woodbury Heights and parts of the water for Winona. We did get a couple, I think 3 people said that they were having issues with on their skin, you know what I mean? But everything is tested, and there's a lot of people using all this water. I'm not sure that maybe if there might be something in the water heater, they start descaling, that could be causing an irritation, I'm not sure. But it is tested, the DEP was in, they went over everything that we did, and everything has checked out. It's an unfortunate thing, we're chasing it, and I know everybody would love to have an answer instantaneously. Obviously, if that was possible, we would have had that now.
Are they tested for copper? Because the test I've seen were just only tested for iron.
We test for what we're supposed to through the DEP, and our consultant hasn't asked us to do that.
Okay. Furthermore, the trash cans, Mayor, I appreciate you stating that they're going to start getting that, because that is one of the essential duties that the city is supposed to provide, is trash collection. And in your report, you stated single-family homes. Well, in the case of this gentleman here, I understand, Administrator, you just stated that you're going to bring them out one as well. Are you also now gonna give the multifamily homes.
So they're evaluated separately based on the property's needs. Most have already been accommodated. If your multi-unit dwelling has not been accommodated, the property owner or landlord must contact Public Works for an evaluation and appropriate CART application.
Awesome. And then, trash trucks. There was an issue with a trash truck hitting a civilian vehicle earlier in the month. The city was apprehensive on giving that person their insurance information.
No, not true. Not true at all.
Okay, according to his report, it was, they told me to wait 3 to 5 days for police report.
It was put through our insurance company the day it happened.
Awesome, that's what I like hearing. Outside of all that, you guys are doing awesome, chief. With the fireworks, stuff like that, you guys are handling what you can. Mr. Miller, Mayor, if you need contacts, I've migrated here from Mount Holly. Mount Holly is one of the towns that canceled their fireworks this year. I'm sure everybody's seen it all over the world. The event organizer that does that, I can give you his phone number if you want to reach out to him, because I know the chief of police is going to shut that one down as well because of the same safety concerns we had over there. So if you'd like to talk to somebody who does the events in Mount Holly, same pretty much situation going on here, county seat, roughly 10,000 residents, 2.9 square miles, you know, that does all the car shows and everything else that we do here as well. I can give you that contact if you'd like, reach out to him. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to help. They are very, you know, forthcoming with that kind of stuff. Other than that, you'll have a good night. Actually, I have one more thing. Sorry. You guys have a homeless committee. Has there been any work done with the homeless committee at all since you guys formed it?
Yeah, we had a meeting and we've reached out to different people who are experts at servicing the unhoused population, specifically in this area. If you have to talk more with you offline, if you'd like.
Absolutely, I'll give you contact with them with the Affordable Homes Group. They are a transitional housing company that tries to help out what they can.
Absolutely.
Good evening, council, mayor, you doing okay? John Belko, 53 North Child Street. On behalf of the FAF Coalition, we've finished up our Lot 323 season, last one at that location. We're finishing up our Acoustic Sunday program this Sunday, so I just wanted to thank council, thank the mayor, thank John Leach and the rest of the administration, thank the police department, fire department, particularly Public Works, for all the help you've given us with these programs. We couldn't do it without you, and it is greatly appreciated, so thanks.
Thank you.
Great season.
Yeah, good job. Go ahead.
Hello, Adrian Garlick, 2375 Aberdeen Place. Sorry, this is a question. Can you spray paint the trash cans the house number so they don't get like taken by another house?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think you can. It's just they're all coded, but it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
As long as you don't spray over the barcode.
Okay.
I did reflective numberings, the sticker.
Yeah, you can do stickers.
Thank you. Also, I have another thing. I have multiple things I want to say. Thank you guys for all your public work. You know, you guys are public servants. I really appreciate everything you guys do. Actually, I'm not going to say anything else. I just want to thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no one else, I move to close.
There's a second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Last order of business.
Move to close.
Motion to adjourn. If you want to close, you can.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.